Now, welcome to Camping with Phil. I don't know if you ever heard with Camping with Steve, but this is something right up his alley. Shout out to Steve Wallace. I think that's his last name. He's on YouTube. He does a lot of stealth camping in really sketchy places. That's what we're doing tonight. We're going to do a stealth camp in a very sketchy place. I am currently on the outskirts of St. Louis, Missouri. Now, when I say outskirts, this place is massive. This town is unbelievably large and spread out. I'm currently in Yuppieville. Looks like a gentrified part of town. What part am I in? I should be in the south eastern part of the city. And it's like, it's like 10 different cities all combined into one, all culminating into the Mississippi River. Excuse me, I know that's not anything interesting to look at. There's trails all over. There's a lot of bike trails. There's a bike trail over here, approximately 150, maybe 200 feet over. And I am not showing it to you because I don't want to expose myself. There will obviously be yuppie walkers and maybe some yuppie bikers out there doing their late night after work ride because the sun's going down. Finally, we see some sun almost because it's been raining pretty much all day. There's some sun. Look at that. And it's been a tough day getting here. I probably only did 40 miles to get here, maybe not even. And I got to town and I called a couple places. And nobody had a spot. Nobody answered the phone. Nobody had a spot. They all laughed at me. Oh, no tent camping again. Well, it is about tent campers that people just don't like. Our money's just the same as anybody else's, right? So anyway, before I got into town, I knew the sun was going down, and I decided to not go any further and kind of backtrack and see if I could find a stealth spot, which is tough to do in a big city. You don't want to get caught by the cops. They will fuck your life up. They'll run your background, they'll scurry you off, and I've got nowhere to go tonight. So I was at Walmart and I grabbed a few things. The main reason I went there is because of my mat. I just almost stumbled over something. I needed a new sleeping mat, so I got rid of the one because I just can't fix the hole. I tried 3 or 4 times now to fix that hole, and it just won't stop the leak. So that mat has gone bye-bye. And instead, where is it? Oh, there's a good question. Where is it? Oh, it's actually in here. I bought a full-sized, because I didn't really have a choice. Walmart did not have camping mats. Oh no, is that wind? Okay, it's just the wind. Every time the wind comes, it starts raining again because the stuff on the trees. So I got a full-size camping mat. It's one of those single wide doohickey Coleman, but it's pretty heavy duty. I doubt I'll put a hole in this easily. I mean, I'm sure I can, but eventually. But I'll just throw it here on there for now. That's full size, single bed, 10 inches thick of air, and those are not blow up by your own lungs. You need a blower. So I got the battery blower. Now, this was a good deal, really. I mean, I probably spent over $50 on that original mat. That was tiny and weighed maybe, I don't know, 1.5 pounds. This thing weighs probably about 2.5 pounds. I'm going to sleep like a king on it. It'll fit inside my tent perfectly fine, because I got a big tent, though I do need a blower. That's the blower, which requires 6 C batteries. 6! So that's a little weight penalty for not only that, but this is pretty light. This is like nothing. This is a few ounces. But the C batteries will be a little weight penalty. But in my world, it's just worth it to sleep good. And it's going to be the same amount of breakdown time and setup time, so it doesn't really matter to me in that respect. And it takes up the same amount of space. That's just about the same size as my mat was, so hopefully I can get it down to that size. So I'm showing you my mess here because this is going to be, I'm not going to set up camp until it goes dark, because people from the trail could see me and they'll call the cops if they see somebody, because this is yuppie world over here. and they'll call the cops and have me busted. And I don't want to get busted tonight because I have nowhere else to go. And I'm 50 miles from the Katy Trail. It's all the way on the other side of St. Louis. And that is unbelievably 50 miles, which is, I just can't believe. So this is one big city. And I really look forward to seeing the Arch tomorrow and the Gateway to the West. So I'm going to cook tonight Zatarain's jambalaya, and I'll first cook the bratwurst I bought. I'll cook them all up in my pan. In my pot. I threw the pan away because I haven't used it yet, and it's been 3 weeks. I threw it away 2 nights ago, and guess what? Tonight I could use it. Now, oh well, I'll just I'll cook it. I'll have a little oil left. I'll cook it up in the pan with some oil. I had bought a new thing of Isopro. I bought some French bread. I'll make some a couple of sausage sandwiches and some Zatarain jambalaya with real sausage. And I'll probably save 1 or 2 for tomorrow. And I got a new bottle of Jim Beam, and I found this bottle of Fireball on the side of the road. So that was a nice find. It is going to get cold, so I did buy a few packs of hand warmers. They were only $1 for 2, so I got a couple of these for who knows. You know, I'm coming up to the Alpines in a few months, or maybe a few weeks, maybe a month. So I'll probably use that set tomorrow because it's supposed to be 45 in the morning. And hey, you know what? I've got enough clothes, but it'll be nice to have my hands warm too, and just have a nice warm morning and not have to really suffer too bad, because I am in the woods here, and anybody who's camped knows that when you set up in the woods and there's nothing, there's no picnic table, there's nothing, there's no amenities here. This is just me in the woods. And my garbage can, I always have a garbage available. So I'm going to cook now, set up after it gets dark, and that should keep the yuppies away, because they'll get off the trail because they obey the law like little do-gooders that they are. Me, I'm a do-gooder, but I'm do-gooding in my own way. So anyway, that's the quick update for day 20-ish. And what else is going on here? Like I said, rained most of the day. So I got a super late start at that Gnawbone campground, but nobody said anything to me. I brought everything I had under the. They have a little center for everybody, so they had an awning that covers the whole thing with their picnic benches. So I brought everything. Like I carried my whole tent over to it, so I could fold it all up in the dry instead of having to fold it up in stuff like this. When you do it in stuff like this, it's messier, it's tougher. It's just a pain in the butt, especially first thing in the morning. So that's what I did this morning and packed up. It took forever. It probably took 2 hours to pack up and leave, while I was waiting for the rain too, of course. And I just went back out and got tons of water. I kind of stored all my stuff, in the bushes here, and then went out and grabbed some water. When I did that, I didn't take the panniers off, because I already been noticed by at least 2 cops. Because they notice people like me, they notice a traveler like me, and I try not to look like a bum, but sometimes you can't help it. And today I kind of looked like a bum because I had all kinds of bags hanging off, especially after my Walmart trip. I couldn't fit anything in there, so I just had bags hanging off the bike, and so that kind of looks bummish, and you don't want. I'm sure that draws the cops' attention, most definitely. They at least notice you. So I went back out, with the panniers back on. I didn't want to take those off, because then they would see, oh, he must be camping somewhere around here, and they'll look for me, because that's what pigs do. They stuff their little snouts where they don't belong, because I'm not hurting anybody. In fact, I'm cleaning this area up as I go along. And I'm going to leave this place cleaner than I found it, and I'll be gone first thing in the morning. I'm not moving in or nothing, just trying to get some sleep. So that's the update here. I don't think there's anything else to say for now. I will catch you all on the flip side.